So sometimes a great drink can come from just finding an awesome new ingredient. And in this case, I'm working with Cointreau Noir. Now, normal Cointreau is made using actually fermented beet syrup, for lack of a better word, which, trust me, it tastes a lot better than it sounds. And then bitter orange peels mixed together to make this incredibly aromatic, citrus-heavy liqueur that goes into all of your margaritas, your sidecars, your daiquiris. It's really the great triple sec. So when I saw Cointreau Noir, which has a heavy dose of cognac in it, I really needed to give this a try. When I tasted it, I found that it was nuttier, almost kind of vanilla with some even oak notes in there. And so I thought, what am I gonna do with this particular liqueur that has orange but also has these kind of richer flavors? And so, you know, I went to my fallback, mix it in with bourbon and see what happens. And thus the chocolate orange was born. We're going to be building this one in the glass around an ice ball. Now, I put the ice in first because if I were to put the ice ball in at the end, number one, I wouldn't be cooling the drink until it's on the way to my party guest. In this case, Nathan has ordered it. He's the pastor of Storyhouse, you should look it up. But also, because if I were to put the ice ball in after having mixed it, I would get a big splash and half of the drink would wind up on my shirt instead of in the glass. So the ice ball is already in. Let's start mixing. I'm going to use, once again, the Four Roses Bourbon, which has just these great vanilla notes that are going to interplay really well. I'm only going to use 1.5 ounces since there's so much Cointreau going in. Now, we're going to add 3/4 ounce of our Cointreau Noir, the ingredient that we're excited about. Lastly, I'm going to throw in, let's say 3 dashes of our chocolate bitters, which again have that great texture as well as the great smell. Now, Jessie normally hates my spiced cherry bitters, but they're one of my favorite ingredients. So you can imagine my shock when I had her taste what's right in front of you, and she said, "It needs spiced cherry bitters." So I'm gonna put in about 6 drops of spiced cherry bitters. Again, one of my favorites, one of Jessie's least favorites. I'm gonna stir. Again, when you're stirring, just a very easy motion of the wrist. You want the back of the spoon swirling around the glass. You'll know that you've got the technique when you're not getting much noise. Okay, so let's garnish this thing. It would make sense to use an orange slice because we've got Cointreau, but we've also got those cherry bitters in there, so I'm going to use a maraschino cherry. Now, if your ears just pricked up, yes, I did say maraschino, and no, I'm not mispronouncing it. You see, a maraschino cherry and a maraschino cherry are 2 different things. A maraschino cherry is a cherry usually of the Marasca variety from Italy that has been allowed to soak in maraschino liqueur along with other natural cherry juices. A maraschino cherry, on the other hand, is a neon red ball of suck that's soaking in high fructose corn syrup, and I will never put one in a cocktail, and you shouldn't either. That being said, I'm actually going to garnish this one with what's called a flag. So I'm going to use the tip of my bar spoon to get one of these maraschino cherries onto the skewer. And then I'm going to take one of these orange slices that I've pre-cut, and I'm going to stick it on here all Amadeus-like, and into the drink it goes. The chocolate orange. Nathan, you're up.